The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself, to make it just and holy. Begin. To begin is half the work, let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. What we do now echoes in eternity. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. To the wise, life is a problem, to the fool, a solution. Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future, too. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. We ought to do good to others as simply as a horse runs, or a bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes season after season without thinking of the grapes it has borne. It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. Take a good hard look at people's ruling principle, especially of the wise, what they run away from and what they seek out. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up, if thou wilt ever dig. Here is a rule to remember in future, when anything tempts you to feel bitter, not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. To live a good life, we have the potential for it. If we learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference, you're better off not giving the small things more time than they deserve. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. The memory of everything is very soon overwhelmed in time. Understand that your time has a limit set to it. Use it, then, to advance your enlightenment, or it will be gone, and never in your power again. Look well into thyself, there is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Everything that happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. Each day provides its own gifts. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself, and a mean man, by one lower than himself. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. You shouldn't give circumstances the power to rouse anger, for they don't care at all. It's a disgrace in this life when the soul surrenders first while the body refuses to. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter.